the stock, $650 a share, is going to be very low. Today we're going to talk about the secret CCP connection between NIO and the CCP, and it's not what you guys think, and it has nothing to do with EVs actually. And by the way, this is what's told to me by the NIO owner that has 23 NIO's brother Zhe.
先自我介绍一下。
行，先自我介绍一下。
从我开始，好吧。
And also the NIO manager. And today I'm sharing it with you guys so you guys know what the actual connection is. And boy, it's gonna blow your mind. So make sure you hit the like button and share this video. So it has nothing to do with government support, like some of the other naysayers say, but it has everything to do with dominance. Ever since the 20th century, the US has been the oil dominant country with Standard Oil, ExxonMobil, all these companies. At the center of it, the United States controls the world pretty much through oil. And if you guys know a little bit about history, it's also why Japan attacked the US, because US cut off Japan's oil supply. That's how much influence the US has, just with their grasp on oil. Now, where does NIO come in? Well, NIO and the CCP, they know US has this big dominance on oil, but what China wants is dominance in electricity. Listen up, guys. So at the turn of the 21st century, China really put in effort to bolster up its electricity infrastructure, allowing China to get high voltage electricity from one area to another. And the state grid has really shown how capable and powerful China is at transferring electricity and transferring power from one place to another. And I'm going to say something controversial. The US and a lot of other countries are actually behind in electricity infrastructure compared to China. This is something that China has really emphasized on, and it's not too surprising. But what China really wants to do is to export this outside of China, have more influence outside of China. But you can't just go out and, the China state grid and build the power network for other countries. That would be a big no-no, of course. But, and you're seeing where I'm getting at, this is where NIO comes in. And this is the ultimate goal of NIO, and not selling cars and everything. Like the NIO CEO said, he doesn't care about profitability. Having good margins is really important, but the goal, of course, since you guys know about this right now, is, of course, power and electricity dominance. How are they going to achieve that? By having swap stations all over the countries, different areas in Europe, in Africa, in the United States. These swap stations not only store electricity, but can quickly offload electricity into the grid, and in essence become a core part of a country's electricity infrastructure. And what that achieves is you can use swap stations to stabilize the grid, provide electricity when it's scarce, and also in the future transfer electricity through swap stations. At the end of this, who holds the ultimate button? NIO does. NIO has absolute control over these swap stations. Of course, it's not like the CCP has control over these swap stations and they're going to say, hey, we're going to cut off power to this country. No, that country is still going to have the say-so over those swap stations in the country, but influence is there. China has successfully exported their electricity influence and dominance outside of China. That is why NIO's ultimate goal isn't to even sell cars. Isn't even to sell cars. They don't care about cars. You look at the past interviews, the CEO doesn't even care about profit, because the end goal has nothing to do with cars. But by selling cars, they're able to build more swap stations and build more and more swap stations to fulfill this ultimate goal that they want to achieve. And this is why the CCP has NIO in their pockets. NIO is CCP's ticket for global energy domination. Keep that in mind. And the web, NIO's web of influence, these swap stations being deployed more and more in Europe, not only helps the NIO owners there, but NIO's electricity influence. And of course, and you guys might think, Mr. P, are you sure about this? Well, I can guarantee you, the NIO owner with 23 NIOs, he knows much more than I do. And this is what he told me over dinner. So when it comes to NIO stock, boy oh boy, one day we're going to get up to $650 a share. One day when NIO's influence and CCP's influence is way out there, everywhere. In essence, also becoming a global electricity utility company. The stock, $650 a share, is going to be very low. But right now, at the moment, people are still thinking they're selling cars. Cars not profitable, losing shit ton of cars. Stock is going to go down. Spending a lot on R&D, stock is going to go down. So short term, sure, we're going to go down. Might go down 5, 3, 1, maybe even 1. But long term, 650. Remember that number. If NIO and CCP's ultimate goal gets achieved, 650, no problem. Selling great cars is just a way to facilitate the ultimate goal. And don't ever lose track of the ultimate goal. There's another blue UC6 that came by. So this is the actual CCP connection. NIO is going to help them export electricity influence and domination for China all over the world. Not some little $1 or $2 funding, government funding. No. Remember, repeat what I said. Global electricity dominance. If you forget about that, I'm going to go over and slap you on the face. So keep that in mind when you're evaluating NIO's future growth. But short term, and this is not financial advice, stock is going to go down. And I'm guaranteeing you the stock is going to go down. Why? R&D. R&D is going to increase. CEO said it's going to increase by 30% this year compared to last year. Of course, the stock is going to go down. Investors are going to see bigger losses than last year. Investors are going to look at that. Bigger losses than last year? Sell. And don't blame me for telling you this. The CEO himself said R&D expenses are going to increase by 30% this year. Stock is pretty much guaranteed to go down at this point. Right? But don't forget the long-term ultimate picture. Global electricity dominance. When NIO is able to get swap stations in a ton of countries, almost every country out there, then you know they have achieved that ultimate goal. And they can start becoming an energy utility company. That, my friend, is the ultimate CCP connection that you did not know about. And I blew your mind. Just like my mind was blown when the NIO owner with 23 NIOs told me about this secret plan. But now you guys know. Alright, don't forget to hit the like. If you want to support my channel, you can donate to me via Patreon, or you can sign up with Moomoo and get 15 free stocks, and I also get a little bit of kickback. So thank you all so much for that. Stay safe, stay healthy, peace out.